11,15,889,316 naira 30 kobo is for total recurrent, and 63,757,712,600 naira only is for capital expenditure for the year 2021, pursuant to Order 20, Rules 2H of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives, standing in the name of Honorable Bello Usman Kumo. The report is ready for presentation. Honorable Kumo is invited to present his report.
Usman Bello Kumo is my name. I represent the good people of Akko Federal Constituency. I'm from Gombe State. I rise to move that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Police Affairs on the issuance on the statutory budget of the Nigerian Police Trust Fund in the sum of 74,773,601,916 naira 30 kobo only, out of which 988,279,006 naira only for personnel, while 15,610,310 naira 25 kobo is for overhead, whereas 11,015,899,316 naira 30 kobo is for recurrent, whereas 63,757,712,600 naira is for capital. Impassions to Order 20, Rule 852 of the House, of the Standing Orders of the House, I so move.
Honorable Taiwo, please second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Kola Taiwo. I represent the Nigerian Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion as moved by the chairman, Police Committee. I so second.
Thank you. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Honorable Kumo, please lay your report. Second business of the day is presentation of 10 reports of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services, standing in the name of Honorable Aminu Suleiman. Honorable Suleiman is invited to present the report. Sorry, Comrade Honorable Aminu Suleiman.
Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker, Speaker of all speakers, may your days be long, sir. I am from Kano State, and my name is Comrade Aminu Suleiman. I represent Page Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I move that the House do receive the following bills as read, motion as read by the Speaker. That the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal College of Education Technical, Yauri, Kebbi State, and to provide full-time courses, teaching, instruction, and training in technology. Details as provided under. 3, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Agriculture, Malumfashi, Katsina State, and for related matters. 4, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to amend the Federal University of Petroleum Resources, IPROM, details as provided. 5, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Education to Umuneche, Abia State, to provide for full-time courses, details as provided under. 6, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Technology, Ipokia, Ogun State, details as provided under. 7, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Education, Omo Aran, to provide full-time courses, details as provided under. 8, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal College of Education Technical, Ako, Ago, Oi, Ogun State, details as under. That the House do consider the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Education, Bende, my friend there, to provide full-time courses, details as provided under. That the House do receive the report of the Committee on Tertiary Education and Services on a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Federal College of Agriculture, Ijebu-Jesa, or Sun State. 11, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Education and Services to provide for the establishment of Federal University of Sports, Apuze, Edo State, details as provided. Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I hereby move.
Thank you. Engineer Sani, Sani Bala, can you please second?
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues. My names are Honorable Engineer Sani Bala, representing Kunchi Sanya Federal Constituency from Kano State. I rise to second the motion as ably moved by Chairman Tertiary Education, Right Honorable Comrade Aminu Guru. I so second.
Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Right, Honorable Comrade, sir, ma'am, please lay your report. Once a comrade, always a comrade. The third business of the day is presentation of 5 reports of the Committee on Public Petitions standing in the name of Comrade Jerry Alagbaso. Honorable Alagbaso is invited to present the report.
Sabotage here. Thank you. Thank you, our wonderful speaker, our colleagues. My name is Jerry Alabos. I'm from Imo State, representing our law also in federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to present the following reports. One, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Public Petitions by Chiko Onyale, solicitor and legal consultants on behalf of ACOMOB against Nigeria Customs. Two, that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Public Petitions by Finite Jobless against Shell Petroleum Development Company. Three, the House do receive the report of the Committee on Public Petitions by Dumi Adeniyi, Abo, Nigerian Navy unlawful dismissal. Five, the committee reports that the House do receive the reports on a petition by Osage Bayemu on behalf of Alliance Practice and Packaging Industry on careless and unfair business practices by First Bank of Nigeria. Five, that the House will receive the report of the Committee on Public Petitions by Ukwerigo Fidelis against Nigeria Military Pensions Board on the non-payment of Ukwerigo's Fidelis father's benefits. Mr. Speaker, I here present.
Thank you. Honorable Agoso, please. Any seconder? Honorable Henry.
I hereby rise to second the motion for the presentation of reports by Elder Statesman Jerry Alaboso. I so second.
Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. You will lay your report on. Honorable colleagues, even though we may have passed under our order paper the time for personal explanation, I will indulge the House to please allow one of our colleagues, Honorable Bob, to come up with his personal explanation. I believe there was an issue on the floor yesterday on local government, and I think one or two things may have arisen out of that, and he wants to make a personal explanation. Honorable Bob. Use the next.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I really appreciate this privilege. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Solomon Bob. I represent Abuja Odua and Ahoda East Federal Constituency of Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to raise the points of personal explanation under Order 6, under Order 8, Rule 5. And is in respect of comments yesterday concerning the question of local government. Since that comment yesterday, I've been assailed, with a lot of negative spin to my comment. People from my party have approached me and said that they were informed that I was on the floor to attack a fellow party member for bringing a bill, and that it was my duty to protect a party member, and I should not have said anything, that would in any way be interpreted to mean that I was in disagreement with what the bill was all about. Let me just say, Mr. Speaker, quickly that my comment was not respecting that bill. My comment was on the general principle of constitutionalism. I explained what federalism was all about. I did not attack the bill, and I was the first to reach out to him when the bill passed. And I explained to him, unfortunately, I came in at a point when he had already begun to speak. So I had no time to have gone through work on the bill and then to meet him in advance to express my concerns. But it would have been also hypocritical of me to be on this floor and a bill that seeks to strengthen the local government system in Nigeria is being read, and I will say nothing. My views on local government system in Nigeria is well known. And Nigeria Association of Local Government Chairmen, or what do you call it, ALGON, Association of Local Government, and local government employees all over the place campaign against me. They've gone to even former President Jonathan to campaign against me. They've threatened to recall me. I know they can't do that anyway, but they mounted a calumnious media campaign against me for speaking for federalism, for saying that local government should not be a feature of the federal constitution, and for saying that the whole concept of autonomy for local government is misconceived and a misnomer. That's what I said yesterday. So I appealed to my party members to understand where I came from. I wasn't against the bill per se. I was only explaining the principle of federalism. Mr. Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Bob. I believe we all listened carefully to you yesterday. I was here presiding, and to my mind, you were not opposing the bill. You were not opposing the autonomy or independence of local governments either. I guess it was just a question of miscommunication. Thank you for the personal explanation. The first order of the day is consolidation of two bills. Honorable members may wish to note that the bills are on the same subject matter. I now invite the Chairman, Committee on Rules and Business, to move that the bills be consolidated.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Samfulata. I represent Berniwa, Krika Samba, Gudi Federal Consortium. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I move for the consolidation as two bills as follows. A bill for an act to amend the Firearms Act, Chapter F28, Laws of Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to increase the fines, provide for strict prison terms and licensing fees, and for related matters, HB 1204, and a bill for an act to amend the Firearms Act, Chapter F28, Laws of Federation of Nigeria, 2004, and related matters, HB 101. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, my name is Francis Charles. I represent Ikorabas and Parani in Eastern Ogolo. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that the bills be consolidated as moved by Honorable Falata. I so second.
Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Chairman, Committee on Rules, please schedule for commencement of debate. Second order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, to provide for the inclusion of young persons and persons with disabilities in appointments in Nigeria, and for related matters standing in the name of Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 29th June 2021. I now invite Honorable Gbajabiamila to move that the bill be read a second time. Honorable colleagues, I can't invite myself. If you grant me permission, I would ask the Chairman Business I'll yield this to him to move this on my behalf. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I am Abubakar Samfulata. I represent Berniwa, Krika, Sama, Gudi Federal Consortium. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, before I move the motion, I would like to seek the leave of the House to invite the chairman of the National Association of Persons with Disability to be on the floor to witness this very great event.
The chairman of?
The national chairman of people with disabilities to be here, to be admitted onto the chamber to witness this great event.
Honorable, do you want a second? The chairman disabilities is inviting you to, because this affects them. You want a second?
Mr. Speaker, I remain Honorable Dode Godwin Elmelu, and I represent the good people of Anyocho Shibili Federal Constituency, and I'm from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, before I say, you know very well that I have always championed the cause of the people living in disability. So seconding it is not an issue.
Thank you.
I rise to second the motion heavily moved by Olufemi Hakim Bajabiamila by proxy of the person of Chairman, Rules and Business. I so second.
Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. The ayes have it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues.
Where is the president? Is he inside? Okay, he's been admitted. Thank you. Continue.
Can I carry on? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Abubakar Hassan Fulata. I represent Berniwa Krika Sama, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, may I, on behalf of Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila, move that a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended to provide for inclusion of young persons and persons with disability in appointments in Nigeria and for related matters, HB 1375, be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Dao Magaji.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Magaji Dao Aliu, member representing Bitumen from Jigawa State. I rise to second that the bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Republic of Nigeria 1999 is amended to provide for inclusion of young person and person with a disability in appointments in Nigeria and protected matters, HB 1375, read by Honorable Femi Bajabiamila, be read for the second time. I so second.
Yes. Honorable Fulata, you want to enlighten members? They're asking for enlightenment. Lead the debate. Go ahead. No, members are asking for... Go ahead, Honorable Fulata.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague, this bill seeks to alter sections 147. These sections essentially deal with powers of appointment given to various leaders at various arms of government. Members could recall that in the 8th Assembly, this House passed the not too young to run. This one seeks to enshrine in the Constitution the powers of inclusion of young persons and persons living with disability. Let them be appointed into sensitive positions as ministers, as commissioners, as executive secretaries. We cannot limit them just to elected positions. Even when we gave them powers to be elected, they have been encumbered to contest those elections because of financial reasons. It is within this context that the Speaker thought it wise to promulgate, to push forward this very, very important bill that the Constitution of the Federal adopted by Nigeria should be amended to include persons living with a disability as commissioners, as ministers. So it is essentially a bill for inclusion of young persons and persons living with disability to hold extensive positions in government. Thank you.
Honorable Abanta.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am Uzoma Nkem Abonta. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I have imagined the mood of the nation. I also heard my minority leader when he was seconding the motion, his remarks. Mr. Speaker, my concern is the Constitution is a holy document. It's a document that should be definitive. If we begin to put everything that is desired in the Constitution, it will create more problem than we seek to solve. There is nobody, there's no right-taking body or person who will not want able, capable person with disability to be appointed. The way it's framed now, appointing disabled persons or people with disabilities in Constitution will be tying the hands of the executives. What percentage will be given to these people living with disability in the appointment? Is it 1%? Is it 2%? I know they will say it's for committee to agree. Mr. Speaker, there are certain things that ought to be a policy thing, not a constitutional issue. Mr. Speaker, disability varies from ranges: blindness, unable to walk, unable to rise, unable to hear. What type of disability are we talking about? We should think that conscientiously, using our conscience to do goodness, should be made as a policy. That people living with disabilities should be considered in appointments. But when it becomes a constitutional matter, I've never seen any constitution in the world. Mr. Speaker, I'm able to tell them I'm a constitutional lawyer of 30 years standing. I've not any constitution where it is enshrined that so persons, rather, they said there should be no discrimination. But in it now, let it not look like as if anybody does not want people with disability. We all have them. We want to encourage them. Let there be a policy that will say they should be taken. Making it constitutional will be make overreach, overkilling. Let us pass a resolution that people with disability should be considered. Let it become a pattern, not making it a constitutional matter. Mr. Speaker, you once brought a lawyer into these chambers who did not allow the disability stop him from being a lawyer. Today, you even passed an opinion and made some overtures to the person. I was expecting to see that today he is heading one legal outfit somewhere. So we can't begin to start that. I therefore urge my colleagues to work towards, who is in charge, who is presiding? Is it a Bofaleke or, Mr. Speaker, am I protected? Which mind? I'm on GRE, I'm not.
I'm actually not sure if you are protected. The same way you don't want to protect the people with disabilities, you are not protected.
Mr. Speaker, I will call this one white male because I'm protecting disability. What I'm saying, let us rise up here today and resolve that people with disability who with competent capacities should be employed. I'm looking forward to that resolution. Not here. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Abonta. Since this is my bill, I'll just address one or two things that you mentioned. I wasn't going to contribute to the debate. You are arguing about policy as against a mandatory provision of the law. Policies come and go depending on the government. What we seek to do here is to protect the welfare of every citizen of Nigeria, irrespective of who. You talked about the details of who is disabled, who is not, who is this, who is that. If you borrow from your constitution, as you have it already, you have the federal character provision in the constitution. But an offshoot of that provision in the constitution is the federal character law itself. So a law can be based on the amendment to the provision of the constitution, which takes care of your concern. So I'll just put the question. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say nay. Yeah. Ayes have it. Clerk, please, Longden.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999 as amended to provide for inclusion of young persons and persons with disabilities in appointments in Nigeria and for related matters. Second reading.
Bill referred to the Special Ad hoc Committee on Review of the 1999 Constitution. Third order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Agriculture, Akoko-Edo, to make comprehensive provisions for its due management and administration and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Peter Akwatase. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 20th of May, 2021, and I invite Honorable Akwatase to move that the bill be read a second time. He was here a minute ago. Honorable Akwatase.
Mr. Speaker, and my distinguished colleagues, I'm Comrade Peter Akwatase, representing Akoko-Edo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I move that the bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Agriculture, Akoko-Edo, to make comprehensive provisions for its due management and administration and for related matters, HB 1371, be read for the second time. I so move.
Honorable Munir.
My name is Honorable Munir Babadan Agundi. I represent Kumbota Federal Constituency of Kano State. I hereby second the motion, second bill assembly moved by the Deputy Majority Leader. I so move. I so second.
Okay. Well, it's been seconded. I think it's straightforward, Honorable. It's an establishment bill, so we'll just put the question. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Clerk.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to establish Federal University of Agriculture, Akoko-Edo, to make comprehensive provisions for its due management and administration and for related matters. Second reading.
Okay. We already put the question? Where were we? Huh? Okay, yes. Refer to the Committee on Agricultural Colleges and Institutions. Fourth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish the elite sheriff's corps to facilitate tax collection by relevant authorities of the Federation, to enhance budget implementation through internal revenue generation, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Abdulrazak Saad Namdas. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 2nd March 2021, and I invite Honorable Namdas to move that the bill be read the second time.
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Abdulrazak Namdas. I represent the people of Ganye, Jana, Togo, Bello from Adamawa State. Mr. Speaker, after due consultation, I want to step down this bill, and I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Namdas, why? Why do you allow people to intimidate you? You are consulted. Okay, step out. The fifth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended by changing the name of Lamode Local Government Area of Adamawa State to Bashama Local Government Area, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Kwamoti Bill Larry. Honorable members, recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 23rd March 2021, and I invite Honorable Larry to move that the bill be read a second time.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Mr. Lowry is not on the floor. Mr. Speaker, I move that the second reading of the bill be stepped down by the leader of the House. So moved.
The bill stepped down. The sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to provide legal framework for promotion of research, study, investment, exploration, production, development, and utilization of local sourced bitumen in Nigeria, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Samuel Mayowa Akifolari. Other members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 18th March 2021, and I invite Honorable Akifolari to move that the bill be read the second time.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. My name is Akin Folari Mayowa Samuel. I represent Ile Oluji Okegbo Ojigbo Federal Constituency. I am from the Sunshine State, Ondo. I rise to move a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of Bitumen Development Commission of Nigeria, to provide a legal framework for the promotion of research, studies, investment, exploration, production, development, and utilization of locally sourced. Speaker.
Honorable Adejari.
Thank you so much. I am still Honorable Dr. Samuel Babatunde Adejari. I represent the wonderful people of Abuja. I'm from Lagos State. I stand to second the motion as moved by my honorable colleague. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Akinwumi, I think I'll just put this question on this so we can move fast. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. The ayes have it.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members.
Stop now.
a bill for an act to provide legal framework for promotion of research, study, investment, exploration, production, development, and utilization of locally sourced bitumen in Nigeria, and for related matters. Second reading.
Thank you. This matter is referred to the Committee on Solid Minerals. Seventh order of the day is commencement and debate of the general principles of a bill for an act to establish the Federal College of Agriculture, Technical, Enugu, Anambra State to provide full-time courses, teaching, instruction, and training in agricultural technology, agriculture, and to carry out due administration and management, and for later matters, starting in the name of Honorable Dozier Ferdinand Mwankwo. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 23rd March 2021. I now call on Honorable Mwankwo to move that the bill be read the second time. Honorable Mwankwo.
Anocha, Dunugofia Federal Constituency. I am from Anambra State. I rise to move that a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Agriculture Technical, Enugu, Anambra State, to provide full-time courses, teaching instruction, and training in agricultural technology, and to carry out its due administration and management, and for related matters, HB 1261, to be read a second time. I so moved.
Honorable Rurum.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Kabir Alassar Rurum. I represent Rano